Hi, this is Pillow Talk with Lisha and Leo. We're here to talk about relationship topics from a man's point of view and a woman's point of view.
Obviously, I'm the man and this is the woman. All right.
You can't tell nowadays. So.
Hey there. Hey, he's rolling with the punches. I see. So, anyways, me and Bae was talking today, right?
Yeah.
We was talking, and we was thinking like how important is finances in a relationship in terms of gender roles, traditional gender roles. Like, how important is it for a man to be the primary breadwinner, or for the woman to be a primary breadwinner, and how that affects gender roles? You know. So, Bae, what you think? We'll start with Bae. Bae, what you think?
In my opinion, I personally think all women really want their guy to be the primary breadwinner, no matter how much money she makes. I think that women really want that. However, that's not the deciding factor. I don't think women will be like, because I make more money, I can't be in a relationship with him. At least women who have healthy mindsets and want a relationship, an honest relationship without financial, gains or, getting over on a man or whatever. Normally a woman wouldn't make that a deciding factor that, just because I make more money than he does, I don't want to be with him. However, I do think that all women really want a guy to be the primary breadwinner.
I don't know. You said something interesting. You was like, I don't think if a woman made more money than the man, that'd be a deal breaker. But I don't know. I think if a woman makes more money than the man, it'd be slightly emasculating. I don't know, from that perspective, in a sense of traditional gender roles, like you said, a woman always wants a man to lead. From a man's perspective, if a man is taking care of the household, he kind of wants his woman to take care of the household and make the house, But I don't think, in my mindset, I don't think that a woman would just be okay with making all the money, or being the primary, or being, like you said, it wasn't a make or break factor. But I think it would still change the course of the relationship. I think she would still be more dominant over the man, as to like making the decisions, and I guess so, putting her foot down per se. You don't think so? You don't think so?
In a lot of instances, yeah, I do think so. But it's because she's the primary breadwinner.
But how is that traditional? That's not traditional gender roles in a sense, if you look at it that way. Because if she the primary breadwinner, now she kind of gonna wear the pants.
Not necessarily. Some women really don't care if the man makes more money, as long as he has himself together. Because honestly, I know I've mentioned this before, just in our regular conversations. Certain women are overachievers, like myself.
Yeah.
I'm an overachiever.
That's
in
true.
Regards to being a woman, but at the same time, I do have the desires for the man that I'm with to be the primary breadwinner. However, it wouldn't be like the deciding factor. However, he will have to be able to take care of himself and bring something to the household.
But what about in the other sense of like women who kind of are seeking that? Like, we looking at it as an even playing field. Like, I bring this, you bring this, I bring this, you bring this. There are women out there that just want a man to bring everything, and I have your babies, and I cook all your food, but you got to bring everything. In that sense, like, how do you feel about that? Like, I don't think. I'll let you talk.
You don't think what? Just said.
I'll let you talk.
You don't think what? Just said. So that I can be honest with my opinion about it.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, in that sense, I think there are women who are just out there just looking for a man to make all the money. And I'm going to have your babies, and I'm going to clean your house, and but you got to come and bring all this money to the table. And we've been talking about it more from our perspective, because ours is like a give and a take. A push and a pull. You know what I mean? I think it's women out there that are not for that push and that pull. They want you to come bring that whole bag.
Mm-hmm.
Right or wrong?
You're right. But I think the perception of this is devaluing what the woman brings, because even though a man may bring financial stability to the relationship, taking care of children, taking care of a house, cooking and cleaning all day behind everyone in the house, that's a real job.
That's real.
That's a real job, and it's a lot of effort, and it's not, oh, I'm gonna go to work in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'm off work. It's you never off work. You always at work. You always gotta take care of that baby. You always gotta take care of the house. You always gotta feed your family. So I think nowadays in this generation, the guys look at it and don't understand that type of value that is, and feel like, oh, a woman want me to bring everything to the house. At the same time, if you didn't have a woman who would be doing these things for you, you still will be having to take care of your own house. You still have to pay your own bills. And in the other sense, if you have to get your house clean, your baby's taken care of, you have to hire a whole maid. So you still have to drop that bag at the end of the day.
That's real, but still, in a sense, but you still get the other flip side of the coin, because a lot of times when a man bringing that bag home, he gonna do whatever the hell he want to do, whenever he want to do it, however he want to do it, and you got to sit there and just take that.
Yeah.
So, is it really, like, in the sense of traditional gender roles, you look at it, how can we even have a 50-50 even playing field relationship? I bring that bag. Most time, 9 times out of 10, a dude bring that bag, he finna just run the show. You finna hop, skip, and jump at his pace, at his word, at whatever he say. How can we have a 50-50 type of situation, or a healthy type of situation with that? Because I don't know, in my opinion, I think that it might be better in that 50-50 type of, well, I bring this to the table, you bring that to the table type of situation. Because a lot of times when you see a woman bring everything, she always take the pants off the dude. And if you see a dude bring everything, he always treat her like she ain't worth nothing. He always run amok on her. And that's just typically how I look at it. I don't know.
Is this everything financial stability? When you say bring something to the table, is this everything?
You right, yeah, you're right about that. It's weird because when you look at we are talking about finances here.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at financial stability, every woman wants to be financially stable, just like every man. But there's always a trade-off with financial stability with men and with women. There's always a trade-off. Usually a man is trading off his masculinity when a woman brings the financial stability. Usually a woman is trading off her freedom and her ability to be an individual when a man brings the financial stability, because he's going to call all the shots and run the show. And that goes back to traditional gender roles like our grandparents were. Our grandparents were like that. Grandpa brought everything to the table and grandma did whatever the hell granddaddy said. Every time. And all the babies, and granddaddy might have had some side babies. I know it's some loose granddaddies in my neighborhood. Granddaddy had
what's that movie, Denzel Washington? It recently came out, I don't know, probably like a year ago, probably longer than that, where Fences.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch Fences. It was so fucked up. Like, it was, of course, it was characterized in the old days or whatever, and Denzel Washington was the man who was bringing all the money home, but that was stressing him out. He was stressed because all of it seemed like a lot on his back. Like, he has to make sure he provides for his family. So he started seeking attention from another woman or whatever and ended up having a baby by her. And he told his wife that the girl was pregnant, and he told her that he wasn't going to stop seeing her. And there was nothing that she could do because he was paying her bills, and she had been with him for so long. It's like, you know, she had been with him for so long, and she an old lady now. So
granddaddy ain't shit.
So that's the gist in general, speaking and putting it short terms of Fences. And I think that's where things start to shift in regards to gender roles and finances, because I feel like women got to a point where they feel like, I'm tired of being married to a man and he bringing all the money in, but I can't go nowhere, but he treat me like trash.
That's real.
And honestly, my personal opinion is that women, even if a woman is going to be a housewife, she always have to have some type of skill where she can provide for herself. Anything, like if she likes to clean, she need to have her cleaning business. You know, if she likes to cook, she need to have some cookbooks. She needs to have some children books. She needs to have something that can make her be able to take care of herself, and not where she just overpowering her man, but to where a man shouldn't feel threatened by a woman just making money and being able to take care of herself. Because
I think you make a good point in that regard. I think that a man, if he has, not to cut you off, I think a man that if he has the ability to be financially stable and bring everything to the table, he should do the traditional thing, and he should take care of his woman if he has the ability to do so. But he also should, in that same token, respect her as an individual, and she should respect him as the leader in a traditional sense. I really believe that the man should definitely, if a man's he has the ability to do so, he should lead. Now, if a man will ever come into a situation where these things are in jeopardy, they compromise, you know what I mean, the woman should help in that regard.
That's a thing. If she has those resources to do for herself, she would have the ability to help when it's following hard times. That way, because this is what I feel. I don't feel that men cheat because they just want to cheat. I feel like insecurity issues come into play when men just sling it. If I'm being honest. I really think that. I mean, I'm not a man, but that's what I really think. When it comes from stress and needing attention and having a lot going on in his personal life, that's where cheating comes in, because men are so emotionally detached from cheating sometimes. A lot of times.
Most of the time.
So I really think it comes from
I'm giving
needing an ego boost.
Giving Bay all the secrets. Men are mostly detached from cheating. Men, y'all watching, y'all can agree with that. We out here giving secrets to the women. We know that.
It's an ego boost, right? I really feel like cheating is an ego boost for men. I really think that. And I think that some men, they know that they're in a position to put their woman in a position to make a little bag. But she has to be willing to do that. I think a lot of women don't understand how important it is to be able to take care of themselves outside of a relationship until shit hits the fan. When a man starts to do things that start to be demeaning and disrespectful, like cheating, having babies on you, and now you're in a situation where you're sad, you're unhappy, it's wearing on your self-esteem, it's wearing on your spirit. Like, cheating for women, it weighs on you mentally. It weighs on your mental stability, honestly, if I'm being honest. And so, not being able to take care of yourself, a woman will stay in those relationships and risk her mental stability. And I think the only way to prevent that is to be able to have some gist about you, to where it's like, my relationship is going to be a respectful relationship. My man is going to treat me good, just like I'm going to treat him good. And if he don't, I'm not going to stay just because he got money or just because he taking care of the household. I'm going to leave.
That's real.
And I think sometimes a lot of men, at least from my experience, some men want to be the primary breadwinner because they want to feel like they're needed, but they don't want the woman to really have that ability to make money and do that type of stuff, because they know that, okay, it's like she ain't going nowhere. She can't go nowhere. She need me.
Yeah, that's true.
She need me. She can't go nowhere. What she gonna do? So I'm gonna do what I want to do.
That's true. I mean, in my perspective, I don't think in 2018 you're gonna find a non-independent woman. To be honest with you, so gender roles in a traditional sense are kind of extinct. You know what I mean? They're kind of extinct. A lot of these women are mannish as hell, and it ain't no more of that. It ain't no more of that old school. Daddy build a house for mama. Mama keep the house. That shit finished. So I think a lot of that, in a sense, is you see, if you do see things like that, it's a lot of women that go out, and it's the old adage: be careful what you ask for. They go out with the mindset of finding the man to be the breadwinner, finding the man to take care of them, and it's like you said, it's the hustle and it's the go getting, and some of these women, not to judge women in 2018, but it's the hustle, and a lot of them, the women who go looking for the man to take care of the household, usually don't have the hustle to go out and get the bag, because a lot of times in 2018, most women like you want to go out and get the bag. Like, it's they independent as hell. Want to go out and get the bag for their own, and ain't waiting for no nigga. Those women that's out here waiting for niggas is not usually trying to go get to the bag. They want the nigga to go take them to Neiman's and go take them here and go take them there. And they will trade off getting fucked off on. They will trade off getting treated bad. They will trade off their independence. They will never have any desire to be nothing but a housewife, a trophy wife. So
I disagree. I think that, first of all, it's two different type of women. The women you talking about are the women that men are praising nowadays, so you see more of them now. If we being honest, men praise women who got their ass out all the time, got their titties out all the time, wants to be a trophy wife. Women who out there a little bit. Not to each his own.
To each his own.
No judging.
We ain't judging.
But what I'm saying is that men have made being a hoe so popular. That's why women getting these fake asses, getting these fake titties. I mean, to each his own. Just men have made a certain type of woman more desirable. I mean, look on social media. Women who are completely naked all the time are way more popular than the women who are out here really getting bags. And one of the biggest misconceptions I think a lot of men make is that a woman want to get in a bag don't want to have traditional gender roles. That's not true. Literally 95% of women I know who are go-getters and hustlers like me want a traditional relationship. They want the man to be the leader. They want the man to be the breadwinner. They want the man to control, but not control them. They want a man that's gonna support them.
I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of funny.
That's, I promise you. Because the truth of the matter is either you wait for a dude to give it to you, or you go get it yourself.
That's real.
And the only thing that you can really control is yourself. If you go get it yourself, you know you gonna have it. You ain't gotta wait on nobody to give it to you. But the desire is still there. It's just a lot of women feel like men are so limited because men praise this hoish.
That's twofold though. That's twofold though. Not to cut you off. That's twofold though. Women got it. Your vagina is your vagina.
It's your vagina.
It's your vagina. So if you going out there and you seeking approval of a man, you doing some wild shit with your vagina, that's a choice you making on your own. So you can't blame a man because you decide to do some wild shit with your vagina. That's your choice. That's number one. And then number two, you got to also look at it from the standpoint of when men are the primary breadwinner and women are, like you said, they want to, like it's just what you just said. You want a man who make all the money, but he in control, but he don't control you. A lot of times, a man, that goes back to that ego thing. Men are really ego driven. So if you have a woman that you taking care of, and she ironing, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do it, whenever the fuck I want to do it. This nigga finna be hoeing off on you, left and right and left.
But controlling doesn't mean going out and disrespecting the relationship. When a woman don't want a man to control her, it's basically saying, I don't want you to try to control what I wear. I don't want you to try to control how I'm making money in regards to what I'm doing for a living. And I ain't saying like if women doing some random shit or whatever, because the truth of the matter is people who compatible, they're compatible. If you like what you like, you like what you like. You can take what you can take and you can't take what you can take. But some men wants to force certain women to do certain things that independent women would gladly do. The only difference is that independent women want to be supported in what they do. They don't want to be controlled in regards to their finances.
That makes sense.
But I know a lot of women who would gladly cook for their man, take care of the house, still bring that bag home. All he have to do is bring the bag home, and if he bring it home more than her, all that's gonna be daddy. As long as he's having sex with her, that's good. She will do all those things for her.
I can't love you. I can't love you.